porn star you said?
Coconut.
You should have said if Western Union guy was here, that one wasn't happening.
Yeah, if Western Union guy was here, he would have stolen it before they did.
I was walking in and walking out like.
Yo, he let it. I wasn't here. He just let him walk out with it.
Yeah, but then
everybody was in that room, you know.
Where's the other?
Made me sick.
Another tip jar. Let's start that shit. Yeah.
Sure. What year and model is it?
The thing is, we're giving them a sugar high with the candy that allows them the energy to run away with stuff.
Okay, is it 13-inch or 11-inch?
Fuck these guys. Yeah.
I agree.
$50 started.
What?
Tip jar.
You?
What's up?
Yeah.
That we don't deserve this. Take that back.
You guys always take care of me.
No, we don't.
Thank you very much.
We screw you over every day. What are you giving us money for? God bless you. Mr. Union just gave us $50.
I just gave him $50 to start the new tip.
How much did you get?
He just gave us 50. Mr. Union just gave us $50. Come here. You deserve a hug. God bless you. You're a good guy. I'm sorry for all the bad shit I've been saying about you for the last 7 years.
You said a lot.
I'm glad that he didn't say it on live like Kevin. He said it's good because that's what Kevin. Did you see the video?
No.
He said if I was here, they're gonna do it. But I can't trust Kevin for the tip jar. $5 tip jar.
Yeah, take that shit back before Kevin gives it away to like the next 50-cent wannabe that walks in.
How much you want for this one?
Yeah, you just follow the instructions online.
Gave him a good deal. Look at what he left in the tip jar. Look at this kind man. Probably just gave us stuff so he could take advantage and rip you off right now.
And ask me how much you want.
No, you take it. Whatever you want to give me, give me. That's it.
That's guilting. Look at it. Look at this heavy guilt trip he's putting on. This is part of the process.
Did you see the, I saw the GoFundMe.
Did you see some? I didn't make that GoFundMe.
Oh, so.
Oh yeah, I
Somebody
saw
made a
that.
go.
Yeah. I was cracking up. It was only $32 when I saw it. That's bullshit.
It was 17 when I saw it.
No, I actually saw it when it was 12 the first time.
Oh, man.
Yeah. But when I checked, I think it was this morning. I was like, let me see how far that went
That
up.
guy's probably just going to keep it.
$32. Yeah, he's keeping
The
it
real
for sure.
thief was that.
Let's see. Where is the GoFundMe at? Somebody actually opened a GoFundMe for this. This is so ridiculous. $32. Wow. For the tip jar. Oh my God. All right. Today we're going to be working on another MacBook. Here we have an A1708 MacBook that needs to be fixed. This has liquid damage and no power. Let's open it up and try and figure out why this A1708 is not turning on. We're going to place this MacBook on the desk and get our camera in focus. It's probably going to be lopsided, but that's totally cool. Don't you wish your camera was lopsided like me? Sitting sideways, as Paul Wall would say. And oh dear God. Oh Jesus. This is the MacBook that we ultrasonicked for that woman the other day. Remember the woman that was here that couldn't decide whether or not she wanted to leave her MacBook? She left her MacBook. Unfortunately. because this is not a happy little MacBook. This is not going to be an easy MacBook to fix. I remember this MacBook very well. This is a sad MacBook. This is a very sad little MacBook. As sad as the poor little tip jar was to have Kevin as its daddy. That poor, sad little tip jar. So this is our backlight circuit. Disgusting. This is our 5 and 3 volt circuit. Disgusting. And this is the rest of our backlight circuit. Disgusting. And as you can see, layers of the board over here just happen to be missing. Look at this beautiful backlight circuit. Wow. And look, there's another hole in the board. So you have a hole over here in the board and a hole over here in the board. Gross. And a resistor that just pops its way off. So what we're going to do here is we're going to find another A1708 MacBook board. And we're going to start taking parts from it and putting it from that board on this one. First place we're going to start with, is the other side of the board. So we're going to start with this part of the backlight circuit. Now over here, this is supposed to be a backlight fuse. And instead of a backlight fuse, you have a complete burned mess. Over here, you're supposed to have backlight capacitors. And instead, you have a complete burned mess. My God, this is awful. What an awful little MacBook board. What a very sad, pathetic little MacBook board this is. Of course, this is a MacBook that Steve put in my queue, knowingly, knowing how bad it would be. Steve puts lots of things in my queue that he knows are very bad. Whether it's my MacBook board repair queue or my live queue. And he knows exactly what I'm talking about. Don't let Steve be your wingman, now or ever. That being said, let's move on to fixing this board. We will throw shade at Steve for being the world's worst wingman later. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wipe this board clean. We're going to remove everything from this little MacBook. I bet Anel's job that I can fix this. And now I have a real incentive, because there's nothing I like more than firing new employees. Anel says he bets $50 I can't fix this. I bet his job that I can. Let's go. Let's do it. Let's fix this board so that we can fire Anel. So first thing we're going to do is remove all these backlight capacitors. Then we're going to remove these corroded backlight capacitors. Then we're going to remove this disgusting current sensing resistor. Then we're going to remove this disgusting MOSFET. And that disgusting resistor. And that disgusting resistor. And that disgusting capacitor. And that disgusting capacitor. And that disgusting capacitor. And you know what? Let's just remove that entire board. Let's just take off this, and this, and this, and this, and this, and this. And start from scratch. Now we're going to use my soldering iron and some flux to scrape away the nastiness on this board, and hope that we can find some solder pads under it. Perhaps we'll be able to find the soldering pads. Now keep in mind, you cannot solder on top of corrosion. I'm merely trying to scrape the board away and get as much of that corroded nasty junk sucked up onto the solder ball as I can. And once I'm no longer able to, once I feel like I've hit the breaking point where there's not much more I can do, I'm going to grab the wick, because the soldering wick is going to help me scrape away even more. Soldering wick is available on store.rossmangroup.com, where Mikey will ship it to you at amazing speed. Don't delay. Make sure you have an appropriate amount of your soldering iron wick that you can get from store.rossmangroup.com today. We're going to be using this wick kind of like sandpaper here to make the pads show up again on my board. Yes, beautiful. Incorrect, Dutch, to the person who said that this board is beyond repair. I have quite a bit of motivation to fix this board. Never doubt the incentive of somebody who's made a bet about firing an employee. Alright. We're going to fix this board. We're going to be rebuilding this circuit from scratch. No, I don't read your comment, Justins. You're there for nothing. You're here as a complete waste of your time. And now, you're banned for being an annoying asshole in my chat. Bye-bye. Okay. Banned the same way that Jessup was banned from E-Tech. The injustice. Thank you, Hal. Okay, so now we used hot air to remove all of the junk from that area, all that excess flux from our soldering and also the excess flux from the wick. Now we are going to clean it with alcohol. Now we have a nice, happy little blank canvas with which to work from. So we've removed all of the junk, removed the nasty components, and we have removed as much corrosion as possible. This is our canvas. And we are going to be happy and appreciative that we have a canvas with which to work. So let's get started. The first thing we're going to have to do is add solder to our pads. Motherfucker, he came back. How many accounts do you have? Many accounts. Much accounts. Much raging. And now he's gone. For the second time. But he'll likely be back, because he has no life. Zero life. Zero self-respect. Zero capability and zero skill. Much sad. Now, that the board is likely dry, what we can do is we can go back to the stage where we add flux and solder to the pads so that we can solder new items back on. And the pads where I see that it's not necessarily sticking on the sides, what I like to do is a little bit more scraping, because it means even if I can't necessarily see that there's gunk still there, there's gunk still there. And that gunk needs to be fixed. These 4 pads are supposed to be shorted together as backlight output, similar to old designs. And we're going to start with the easy stuff first. First thing we're going to do is we're going to put those large backlight capacitors on there. Now, I'm not going to put too much effort into soldering each one of them on there 100% properly, because I'm going to be reheating the same area over and over again. If I'm going to reheat the same area over and over again, I might as well not waste heat. Paul Daniels is here in the chat to ensure that I make mistakes and mess up. Everybody say hi to Paul Daniels. Paul Daniels is here. Paul Daniels is a Paul that has a plural of Daniels. Greetings from Australia, says NX01. Hello, your comment inspired me to repair grayed out Wi-Fi and an old iPhone 4S with a quick, simple reflow. Have a burrito and thanks Somni for the content. Thank you very much. And thank you for the appreciation for what we're doing here, which is more than I have ever gotten from Paul Daniels, also from Australia. All he does is troll me with his buggy software. But you care. That means something. Thank you for not trolling me with buggy software. Now, here's where the difficult part comes in. There's a resistor and a capacitor that are supposed to go there and there. However, as you can see, there's no pad on the left for the resistor and the capacitor. So here we have a pad on the right, but not a pad on the left. So I have to see what that pad on the left is supposed to be attaching to. Now it's going to be time to open up a schematic and a board view for the hard part. I took your advice and rocked myself back and forth in a chair while murmuring happier, fitter, more productive to myself, but I don't feel any better. What do I do now? Listen to more Radiohead. You clearly have not listened to enough Radiohead. Okay, so this capacitor, and this, all attaches to this. So I can just solder blob that to that. Or run a wire to it. That would be the responsible thing to do. Perhaps we'll do the responsible thing. Capacitor. Yeah, that seems to work just fine. Now, next up are the rest of these nasty components. Let's do a little bit of scraping with my hot tweezers. Jessup must love watching scraping with hot tweezers. Next up, we're going to place a current sensing resistor there. Clean up the excess solder on the side that came out the side of it. So this capacitor, it's going to a pad over here that's broken. I should just actually wire that rather than to here where the broken pad is. I should just wire it to here because that's where it connects anyway. So yeah, instead of wiring from here to here, I may wire from there to there. Let's go for it. Pick up that little capacitor. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Tweezer mess. Remember, if we get this board to work, I get to fire it out. Nothing gets my day started like firing somebody that Steve hired. Thank you. Okay, next up. Now these small caps over here are going to be just for a backlight output ripple. I don't really care about that so much. But we can probably make this reach with just a little bit of wire or solder blob. So let's see what we can do there. I'm in class, ignoring my lecture. Oh, don't ignore your lecture. And now, go back to school. You need to go to school. You need to stay in school, and so you don't wind up working for an asshole like me for the rest of your life. Because the last thing you want to do is be stuck working for an asshole like me for the rest of your life. So you stay in college and you listen to your lecture. Hello. How are you? Look at all the boxes they brought for you, Kevin. Toys? Toys? Oh boy, I love toys. I don't want. Is that a phone mount to replace the one I broke already? Yeah, the one that I got yesterday is already done for. Ronald, I assume you're joking. Ronald, I assume that you're joking. See, that cap is done for, so we don't need that. Flux is here? We're never gonna run out of flux again. What's in that box, Mikey?
I'll give you SSDs.
Oh, I don't want SSDs. I want X-Acto blade. I like X-Acto blade. I don't even have an X-Acto knife, much less an X-Acto blade. What Paul doesn't know won't hurt him. Paul's not watching. Paul has a girlfriend and a life. What?
Both those things.
Yeah, I'll learn what they are someday. Okay. Steve did. This wire is probably going to create more noise than the damn capacitor is going to get rid of. Alright, so even though we've placed that resistor down there, if you look in the schematic in board view, that's supposed to go to this probe point for backlight SD.
Stop.
Yes.
Building Kevin and Mikey computer, but as like a gift. But I mean, that's been bad luck in the past.
I already built my PC.
Oh, you finished yours. Yeah. Okay, so I was thinking.
I would build Kevin a computer unless Olga walks in 3 seconds. And I'll make it a Core i9 that's 18 core and hey, hi Olga. Okay, never mind that.
So I was thinking of build one for Mikey, but we've had a bad rap sheet for that.
Leave it there, Kevin. Leave him in the box.
The last time I built a computer for somebody that fell asleep in the basement and let my tip guard get stolen and took it in an optical drive for data. Oh wait, no, that was. Maybe. Let's do it. What would you like as a gift, Kevin?
What do you think? Build it for Mikey?
I tried to get.
It's done already.
We tried to get Kevin a girlfriend and that backfired.
Yeah.
Mikey, do you have a gaming PC?
Nope, just the laptop.
Kevin, what would you like?
I don't know. Can't think of anything. I don't know.
Do you deserve something?
I don't know.
Alright, I'll think of something.
I'll give him mine. Then I can get one where all the RAM slots work.
Wait, the RAM slot's not working?
I can only use 3 sticks at a time, regardless of what RAM I use and regardless of what slot I put it in.
It's ironic that you were making fun of my RAMs, but you.
It's ironic that my RAM slot stopped working as soon as he started using this station for his data recovery.
Did you hear this? He can't use his RAM slots. Ah!
It's still faster than your D.
What good is DDR4 when you can't use it? 0.
Hello. What can we do for you?
I wanted to know if you guys are hiring.
What are you looking to do?
Well, not for me.
Ah,
I work for a hiring app, so
what is the hiring app looking to do?
I work for this company called Job Today.
Uh-huh.
What we do is we connect you with the type of employees you need within 24 hours or less. So it's like similar to Indeed where you can just post a job, but it's just a quicker, faster.
Can you find people that are faster than him? He always puts people on hold and he doesn't open the boxes and he let our tip jar get stolen yesterday. It's on camera.
Right?
Jar was. Listen.
If you can be, if you say you can get people better than him, I'll fire him immediately.
Okay, like,
And there's actually somebody I have a bet with on stream that works here that I'm just about to fire if I can fix this board.
are you serious?
Yes, you're on
No, you guys are not. You're not.
100%. This is live on YouTube. There's 800,000 people watching.
Oh, that is awesome. You got over 100,000 subscribers. From tech?
Stream? Yes.
Really? Well, okay, so let me ask you this.
Yes.
This is a real question. So I have like an old Macintosh. You remember the white notebook?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I think, from the looks of it, I feel like the battery may have exploded and like the keyboard is cracked through the middle.
Do you have the one where you can unplug the battery by turning a penny on the bottom, or the one where it's sealed and the bottom is rubber?
I think you're good.
Well, yeah, we could try. I don't know if I have that one in stock, but we could always find you a battery.
I want to fix the.
You just want to take the battery out of it so it doesn't explode
It's not
anymore.
even that. It's what's on it.
You wanna get the
Just
data
my-
off of it.
My data off.
We'll get the data, but we can also make it so it's not exploding and expanding anymore.
You could like reconstruct that laptop.
Well, not reconstruct, but just rip the old battery out. But I like reconstruct better. It sounds much fancier.
Really?
Tell me about this hiring app that allows me to replace him. You got me excited.
Oh my gosh.
Listen.
This is not to replace
If you find someone better, it's fine by me.
I mean, hey, you can be honest about it. I mean, it's okay. That's what these things are for.
No, I'm not here to replace anyone. However, I am here to just.
Yeah, but if I hire somebody, then I have to get rid of somebody to make it work. What?
Well, you guys could get like.
Okay, can I replace Sergey? At least Orhan. Come on. Anel? There's like 3 or 4 people that he hired that I want to fire. I'm so Let's see. Tell me how this app works.
All right, so this is right.
Uh-huh.
So it's called. What did he say? It's called
Job Today.
Right, and the great thing about it is, it's very visual, and we all know that people's attention span are not as fast anymore. So they definitely focus more on visual, and it makes a person more likely to click on your job application.
Not if they saw how crappy this place looks.
Honestly, from the
You almost didn't walk in.
the personalities that I have experienced in this room, I think.
Does personality come through in an image? If it did, my Tinder would do much better. She's saying that she can help me find people that have poor attention spans with this app.
No, not.
But then we're gonna find another Kevin. Don't give me another Kevin, please.
Come on.
So what's the catch?
Also, it's not nice that you keep laughing at Kevin.
No, there's no catch here. So right now we are a UK-based company. Recently, yeah, you can. We recently just expanded to New York, so we're focusing on the New York metro area. So right now we are offering unlimited job postings for free, and that's as a thank you for giving us a chance.
Okay, so it's just a trial.
I like it. He should be just a trial, but he's still. I like it.
You like it?
Yes.
So, well, are you guys hiring for like what positions are you looking at?
Not really, unless we fire him or him.
We'll talk later.
Yeah.
Give me information so I can contact you.
Okay.
It's awkward because I'm sitting right next to the people that I want to get rid of. Like,
Do not.
No, don't worry. They're good sports. But when we expand, then
yeah, then we have him show the new person how to do their job, and then he gets a promotion. And then he gets a promotion.
And then I'm gone.
he's on to you, Lois. I like that, Kevin.
By the way, we have candy. Would you like a candy? If you're more into healthy things, we also have
Oh, and you have my favorite
cranberry trail mix.
Where are the here cookies too? Put this in the front.
How about a cookie? We have a cookie.
There you go.
I like Jolly Ranchers.
Make sure they don't steal.
Somebody saw us.
Green Jolly Ranchers are actually the best ones.
The blue Jolly Rancher.
Did you say blue?
Did you say blue?
I agree with you. As a matter of fact, it's a hot topic.
By the way, new tip jar.
New tip jar. He had to replace the one that got stolen yesterday.
Right? You think blue is the best one?
Blue.
Which Jolly Rancher do you like?
The one.
By far.
Please don't like grape, because
He
that
likes
is
watermelon.
Watermelon's the best one. I like the watermelon one.
Yes, that's it.
Blue is disgusting. That's the one he likes.
In this order: blue, green, watermelon, cherry, grape.
Watermelon, grape, green,
You like grape?
anything. Cherry then blue. Cherry is junk. Grape is good.
You like grape?
Yes.
What is your name?
Lewis.
Lewis. You like grape?
I do.
How can you like grape?
It's a good Jolly Rancher.
Kevin.
What year is it?
Louis
That's
and
Kevin.
That's
Don't insult him like that.
And that's Mikey.
Okay.
Kevin,
And
Mikey.
Are you having
Steve.
any
Steve.
capacitor issues? or
I could have
just
sworn
battery
he called
issues?
you Kevin.
No, he's Kevin.
I wouldn't do that in spite of what he did to me 2 weeks ago.
Okay, so if it's
Alright,
just
enough
the
of that.
charging issue, then it's just
So
$100
can
to
you
replace
make
the
a
battery.
video that if they would have picked this up instead, they would have been a lot, you know.
Yeah, if they picked that up, they would have gotten $50.
So you guys like just like record different things about.
We record ourselves fixing stuff. So like stuff like this. That is like when there's like when a board gets destroyed by water, we replace all the little things on it, and then we stream it for internet people that have nothing better to do to watch.
Put a smiley face.
So I definitely. How much would that run to like trying to get
Smiley
my
face and then thank you.
information off the old Mac?
Assuming there's an issue.
We can just give you a caddy for your drive for like $30 that you could put the drive into, and then you could plug it into a new machine. Or we could make that one work by just removing the battery so it's not exploding, and then you'd be able to just get your data off yourself for free.
I gotta bring it back.
You should bring it. Leave me your information so we can talk.
Better chance.
Yeah, because I've been honestly, I can't. The thing it broke while I was in college. I went out of school for like at least a year and a half. Like, so it's been like that for at least 2 to 3 years. I want to say. But I knew I was just like I kept it because I didn't want to just throw it away. Because I'm like I have like real
If it's
valuable.
we can help you out for like 250.
All my music, LimeWire days.
LimeWire.
LimeWire.
Do you remember that?
I thought
No, we.
I thought you were young.
Can't fix it.
Huh?
I thought you were young.
You thought I was.
You're like my age. You must be to be using LimeWire.
Oh my god! How old did you think I was?
Like 21.
And from there you could actually.
I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna take it.
Kevin, what's your stick shot?
It's charisma.
All right. I promise I'm going to try to not throw this away with my bills. So I'm going to put it in a separate pile from my bills just so it doesn't get thrown away. Because all the...
Okay, perfect. No, but if you guys were when you guys do expand, what type of position would it be?
Customer service, technicians who can do component level repair, people who can deal with asshole customers. He's actually really good at that, which is why we keep him around. And most people in these village are douchebags. I mean, you go door to door talking to them, so you know better than I do.
Well, this is actually my third day out here.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yes.
So I'm just getting familiar.
you'll
You guys have been the best people
of course we're the best people.
I've encountered
You get that a
all
lot.
day. So
We are the best people. And we're the best repair shop. You should take my information. Here. Kevin, give me a card.
I can help you.
definitely, because like I am.
A pen? Pen? Pen, that's not a pen. Kevin, be useful.
Who's calling? This is not Scott.
There's no Scott. Thank you.
All right, thanks, Louis.
Do you have a ticket with us?
I am going to.
Are you from Armenia by any chance? All right, now I remember you.
I'm gonna take
Yes.
a couple of the blues.
The blue.
Exactly. That's
You're
why
breaking
it's
my heart.
I don't know. You're breaking my heart with grape. I don't know how you like grape at all.
They're different.
All right. Well, Louis, it's been a pleasure. I'm happy I did decide to come chat with you guys.
We're going to be the best place that you went to all day, I guarantee you.
No, like seriously.
It's going to be all downhill from here.
Have, like, super nice energy in here. Highly appreciate it in a world
Especially since you like blue.
people are super like
Mean.
mean and like.
You're from the UK. I imagine you'd be used to people being mean.
No, so the
That's like mini New York.
the company is from the UK. Me, however, I'm from Brooklyn.
Oh, what part?
However, my great grandparents, like my family, they grew up on Alley.
What part?
Okay, I don't remember the exact street. Bear with me, but what I remember is the Con Edison building being like right there, super close.
Mhm.
The Con Edison factory, and then across is like the park that they have Lower East Side Day. You know, over there. Like
Yeah,
you
yeah.
Walk over a bridge, so that area. So I want to say it's like.
Hmm.
Is it Avenue A? Where is that Con Edison building? You know,
I forget. I know I've rode past it a bunch of times.
right? Like right over there. You can't miss it. It's like the heart of LES. You can't miss it.
Oh, there was a Con Edison building that blew up a few years ago on Avon
I don't think that one.
near here
I don't think that.
after a hurricane.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah,
You think it was that one?
maybe. I lived in Bed-Stuy for about 10 years now. It's nice.
I'm from Bed-Stuy.
And you like Blue Jolly Ranchers.
Yeah. How do you like
You can't-
Bed-Stuy?
Good, but you probably aren't from it if you like Blue Jolly Ranchers.
Yes, I am.
I don't-
Like
I don't
Bed-Stuy,
believe this.
Jolly Ranchers and beef. What's your favorite thing about Bed-Stuy?
It
So
used-
where did you live
It was
before?
cheap.
That was the reason why you moved to Bed-Stuy?
It's like I had a nice apartment. I have the whole floor of the building. It's twice as big as this. It has 25-foot ceilings. Nobody can hear my stereo. And
See, and you got good.
I can park my bike and nobody takes it, which is nice because I have a bike with a motor on it. It's illegal. You just can't tell anybody.
No, seriously. Where did you live? You lived in LES before you moved to Bed-Stuy?
No, I lived in Canarsie over 11 years ago, and then Bed-Stuy after.
You know, Canarsie.
It's a trip. It's like an hour and a half.
Yeah. Well, no. I mean, it's not that bad, depending on what part of Canarsie.
It's the last stop of the L train. And then you have to walk 14 blocks after the last stop in the L.
I don't really like dealing with the L train. I feel bad for the people that like went through it. Like, did you see the news? The episode on the news where they talk about like how all of the people were selling their properties and things like that because of the L trade going out. And
Yeah.
how they're continuing it, so like people are like in this.
I was actually happy at the idea of real estate prices going down just a little bit. Like now you can only sell, now your apartment's only worth $7,000 a month instead of 12. Like let me shed a tear.
What is worth $12,000?
There's a lot of apartments by there that are like 10 or 12,000 a month. It's disgusting.
It's probably take around 2 months if you're willing to wait that
I
long.
like Bed-Stuy.
It's also
Me too. I'll talk to you later.
All right, thank
Stay
you.
in touch.
And I'll be in touch about the laptop.
All right, you have my info.
Thank you.
If it doesn't work, 1 second. Yes.
Give her a Tranberry Trail mix on me.
But let me check 1 second. What?
Huh? I don't know. I forget. Let's see.
Yeah. So yes, it should work.
Where was I?
If we do fail, then there's
She's definitely not from New York. Yeah, damn straight. I'm in Brooklyn. I just don't know where I'm from. Get the F out of here. I'm from Brooklyn. I just don't know where I'm from.
I don't know because I would have to ask Steve and he's busy right now. Yeah, I'm reading this from the notes in our system. Well, there were links to the parts, and I was just confirming whether or not these are the parts. But it's yeah.
And put somebody on hold on my phone.
Sure.
Did she steal the tip jar while I was hitting on her, Mikey? Mikey, did you just hit yourself in the head?
If you really need to speak to him, then yes, sure.
I'm a fucking idiot.
If you want us to work on it, then
Do you want to take a break? Sit down, Mikey. Sit down.
Nope, can't.
This is not fair. I got a date. You got concussion number 2.
we're waiting for parts. And if you don't want to do that,
Oh, fuck.
yes, that's correct.
What about a tip drinking?
I think my tip jar got stolen again.
It should, yes.
Kevin, where's the tip jar?
Steve has it.
It's a good thing. All right. I thought she was taking the tip jar while I was hitting on her. Okay. Oh, you have a leash on it now. I like that. Okay, so back to this board. Back to MacBook.
So how did you tip jar to Kevin's butt? That's it.
No, I just realized that while I was hitting on her, I completely lost track of the tip jar. I'm like, shit. I'm no better than Kevin.
I'm gonna tie it to his belt. He's gonna walk around with it.
Where was I? Ah, these resistors over here. So this is for backlight SD. This resistor is going to be what triggers this transistor to open. So let's just take a look at that. So we have a P-channel MOSFET here. This P-channel MOSFET is going to open and take the power from the P-Push G3 hot fuse and the current sensing circuit over to the backlight circuit, only when the voltage in the gate, which is pin 3, is lower than the source, which is pin 4. And the way that's going to go down is this voltage divider here of R8401 and R8402, and that's going to be triggered when backlight SD goes to ground. So now we need this resistor to be here. But the problem is that this this little probe point is barely there anymore. What?
The tip jar getting stolen. One guy's like, finally, a security footage that isn't 144p.
Yeah, yeah. That's the thing. That camera's a piece of shit too. That's like that camera's 6 years old and costs $90, and it still did better security footage than most of what you get. He hit his head on the shelf. Okay.
Burn some of that. You'll be good.
Okay, so next up we need is a capacitor. We need C8401. Now that cap is going to go across here and here. Now the thing is, as you can see, the pads over here are virtually completely gone. So what I'm going to do is I'm probably just going to put the capacitor between the pins of the transistor rather than putting that capacitor on the actual pads which are destroyed. So let me just get another board with a capacitor on it. Okay. Capacitor. Capacitor. This board is also missing that capacitor. I picked another board that's missing what I need to take off of it. Grr! Time to walk back to the back again. BBL. You want lunch, Kevin?
Yeah, 1 second.
Are you hungry?
I'm getting lunch with that.
Oh. It's on us. Yeah. Okay. Let's see if these two caps are the same. I may just be able to use it again since I can't find any damn board to steal it from. Oh, that's a no stuff cap, that's why. I'm being dumb. I don't even need that cap for anything. Alright, all that we need now is a backlight fuse between PP Bus G3 Hot and system voltage. So let's see. Over here we have PP Bus G3 Hot, and over there we have backlight voltage. So I have to grab PP Bus G3 Hot from something, because as you can see on the board, that is a crater. So where PP Bus G3 Hot used to be, we have a crater. Can we get a 24/7 4K live stream of the tip jar? You know what? I will work on it. So where should I run my wire to? Okay, now we're going to get a wire that we can run. A wire. A label.
They got feta cheese on top of that shit. Yeah, I did.
Dinner on the show.
What's that?
You have menus on the internet, Kevin. A tip bowl?
No, a bowl for candy like that. Sort of like this.
Oh. Maybe when I'm done with one of these, I'll save it. She went for it, but she also went for it because she preferred blue Jolly Ranchers, which made her far less attractive in my eyes.
I like green ones. Green ones are my favorite.
Anything but blue.
Really?
I like blue as a color, but not as a Jolly Rancher.
Grape one is a slow burn. It took me a while to get.
She said grape were the worst. I agree.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna go back a few days and I'm gonna find.
How about you Google the phone number and wow, Sherlock Holmes over there. Maybe if you end up the man desk.
Yeah, you know what? You're right. Sunday morning.
Mark said he's gonna fight you if you don't start getting passwords to iPhones.
Yeah, well, people give us the wrong passwords all the time.
Oh, that's so.
He said you should be testing them to make sure that they work before giving him the phone.
It's so frustrating though, because it's like.
I told him, well, the phone doesn't work, so he's about to test it. And he goes, exactly, he's not fixing them. And then I said, okay, Mark, you have a point. That's a little harsh, even by my standards, but I get it.
It's a 6-digit. Yeah. Jesus, man. That was rough, man.
Or when they give 5 passwords.
Yeah.
What menu were you looking for?
What? I'll show you Verge. Once you do it.
What was his idea? What was his idea? You're... Yeah, that's 4K 60. It does do this thing where if you're looking at it with the cameras pointing at it, you can see all the flickering. I really should de-seekify the store at some point. Those things are garbage. Alright, so now we're going to get to the second side of the board, because the second side of the board is as much of a mess as the first side of it. So I believe that the bottom side of the board we have refurbished. But as you can see, the top side of the board is no winner. All these capacitors are disgusting. I mean capacitors. That's gross. That's gross. 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 Disgusting. 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 Totally disgusting. Gross. This LED driver is garbage. That resistor's garbage. That resistor's garbage.
very important.
Alright, so these lines over here for the current sensing. Kevin, this is a valiant effort. So I know I'm going to have to run a wire to the other side of the board just looking up there. Hi, does the right I/O board cable on a 2015 MacBook Pro have anything to do with the Wi-Fi card? That's a good. I forget on that one if the Wi-Fi is on the I/O board. If the Wi-Fi is on the I/O board on that model, yes. If the Wi-Fi is not on the I/O board on that model, then no. But I forget which one. It's the 13 or the 15-inch that has the Wi-Fi on the I/O board. I'm drawing a blank. Did you see that Prop 13 passed in the EU?
What?
Yep.
No more memes.
No, well, no more memes only for Europe.
Ah.
Once they're done bombing each other, we'll just to go and like turn it into like Texas version 2 or something. You can't post memes on the internet in that country. Like that's disgusting. Today is a good day to not be a European. Ah. Mikey, no more memes. No more. What do you say to that?
Come to US.
You're gonna have an Article 13 compliant frog. Have you ever seen the meme of the Article 13 compliant frog, Mikey? It has to be a thing. That's a mess. Yeah, you have to transfer the CPU, the baseband, the memory, and all the NAND chips to one to the other. Alright.
What year model is the MacBook?
Okay, so we're going to do the same thing we did to the other side of the board. So we cleaned off all the junky corrosion. And then we wicked the pads as hard as we could, kind of like to get rid of the solder corrosion, and also kind of used it as sandpaper to get rid of the nastiness. And now we blow away all the used up flux residue and clean it with some alcohol, so we have a nice clean canvas to work with again. Lord Dry Rod is here.
Does that have to be dry?
Okay.
Oh, in that case.
Lord Dry Rod is here.
Yeah, usually it's pretty hard to work with it because
I wiped everything off the board on the other side and started over, and I'm doing the same thing on this side and starting over. Hey Jason, how's it going? Did you try the new bike with the EM3 EV battery?
No.
You have to. That's a real 60 amps. You have to try it.
Really?
My fourth BBS HD. I broke 2 rotors, a nylon gear, and went through 2 motor. Actually, does 5. Yeah, the motor core keeps burning out.
How many miles do you get?
Before it dies, or before the motor dies, or the battery dies?
The motor.
Or before it replaces the whole bike.
Before I replace the motor, I usually get 100 miles.
Damn. I'm up to 7,000. I haven't even had to take it apart.
Seriously?
Yeah.
7,000 already? Yeah. Shit.
I just mine is constant.
Well, you were using every day for work.
Yeah, so, Apple? No?
Maybe.
Do you have an iPhone?
No, but Minier does.
Oh, okay.
Steve has a Huawei that spies on him.
Do you really?
Yeah.
With the P20?
No, Honor V20.
Oh, nice. How is it?
Excellent.
Hi. Bagel. Oh, I'm good. I'm happy to do that.
What do you got?
Uh-oh. What was that pad for? Ah, that pad was not connected, so I don't have to care. All right. So now we start the good old transfer of everything over. Lord Dryrot says that the stream on Twitch is higher quality. You sure? Lord Dryrot has been around for a while, so I would trust his opinion. Lord of the Dry Rot. You made him shit his pants. He shit his pants and ran away when you gave him the price, Kevin. Damn. You gotta give people diapers before you do that. Yeah, you see how he walked out the door because he didn't have the password? I like that. You were strong on that. Like, you're not leaving a phone here without the effing passcode. Kevin went hard on that dude. You have a passcode? I think I do. Do you have a passcode? Well, no. Then get the fuck out of my store. Huh? Okay, so now at least you know that there's hope if you figure out that this one issue.
So basically somewhere that there's 33 generation around that little IC.
Yeah, so there's some hope. Yep. It's just it's either this or you have to tell the customer they have to carry around 2 AA's and wire to the sheet. Yeah. They could jumpstart it using their phone. Kevin, that was absolutely savage and brutal how you made that guy walk out of the store because he didn't have the password. I loved it. I loved every fucking second of that. You heard that guy did not have... You can't handle the passcode, says Red October. Yeah, damn straight. You don't have a passcode for your data recovery, you get the F out. No more data recoveries with no passcodes. Screw that. No, none of this bullshit where we get the phone to work and all that, and you're like, well, I don't have the passcode, so I don't have to pay, right? Now, fuck out of here. The fuck out of here. Someone says firing your employee is definitely costing you a lot of parts. Oh, I'll sit here all day. I'll run wires to the CPU fucking ball by ball if it means I get to fire a Steve hire. If that means I get to fire a Steve hire, I will go through this board. I will run wires under the CPU ball by ball. You don't know. There's a rivalry here. Okay. I don't care if the capacitor is crooked. On this board, that's just not my top priority. If you take a look at it, you'll probably understand why. Hello, Kevin.
What's up, man? How much is it in total return? 353. Yeah.
Kevin made him shit his pants again. He just keeps telling him the price, and every time he tells him the price, he runs away. I'm getting more used to the hot tweezers. The thing is, they don't have a lot of thermal mass, so I can't really use them a lot. Like even on 0402 components, I find the components just not wanting to come off the board without me using too much force. I'm not the biggest fan of hot tweezers, but I'm also not the best person to ask. Mikey, if you ran a country, would you ban memes?
That sounds like trouble.
Yeah, like, see, it took me a good 10 seconds to remove this resistor, and by the time I did, it looks like the resistor got this ruined already. It's just too much. Not the biggest fan of the hot tweezers. I'm not sure. Mikey, I'm glad that if you ran a country that you would value freedom. America. Where you're allowed to post memes on the internet even if they offend somebody. How can I help you? Yeah. You know what? I don't trust that resistor. I ruined that thing with the tweezers. Hi Lewis, follow you since 2015. Thanks for sharing. Repairing Mac is a hobby now. Similarly, video you said, what program crap? It's off the board and I can't scroll because I'm removing a resistor. In some video you mentioned a program and it stopped there. Shit. Anybody in the Vimeo chat, which is the one window that's open right now, who can read me what that said? I can't click anything right now. It always leaves the screen when I'm soldering something. Okay, next up, should I bother with those 3 little anti-ripple caps over here? Are those really just anti-ripple caps on backlight? Let's see, because if they are, yeah, I don't care about you. But I probably should. What program you are using for your tickets? Repair Shopper. Repair Shopper. It's spelled... Repair Shopper is spelled in that stupid hipster modern way. Hey, Nasera. Nasera is here. Nasera, rate my flirting about 40 minutes ago. On a scale of 1 to 10. If I message that lady and ask her out to lunch, do you think I'm getting a yes? A no? Or a go F yourself? I could use a female's opinion here. What are your thoughts? Yes, no, or go F yourself? What am I looking at? Nitrocaster is here. How's it going, Nitrocaster? Nitrocaster made the Nitrocaster mod for the ThinkPad X220. Nitrocaster's a smart dude. I'm humbled and honored to have a smart guy like Nitrocaster back watching my stream, and I hope everything's well with you. I hope the new job and all the new programs you're working on are doing well. Thank you, Nasera. Oh shit. Capacitor ran away. Might just... Kevin, be a Kevin. Okay, now the last thing I'm going to have to do is run a jumper wire. Thank you, Nasser. I appreciate it. Might just wind up acting on that before I get your opinion, but we'll see. Appreciate your opinion either way. Okay, so we are going to run a jumper because there's a part over here. Is that a piece of a pad for this left? I might just not have to run a jumper to the other side of the board. I may just have to run a jumper from here to that. I usually dip it in alcohol MAPE. After dipping it in alcohol, I will then put it around an air filter for 10 or 20 minutes, and then after that I will put it in the oven at around 250 Fahrenheit for an hour. Fahrenheit, also known as freedom units. And it looks like I may actually have to now because the little solder point ran away. Well, shit.
That's assuming it is. Okay, yeah.
You fill it up? Yeah.
Okay. What about this one? Yes, Nasera. Yes. You can give me your opinion before I act on it. I would highly appreciate it. I'll send some flux your way. I've heard, Arvid, I've heard. I've never heard somebody say good things about them before. Okay, let's see where that wire goes to, because I don't think I'm finding a point. I think the same thing, Phil Abrams, but I think that all the time. That is the usual response. Okay, so it looks like I can run that to this little cap up here, or if the cap is not present, I can run it to that pad of the current sensing circuit. And wow, I actually tied all that stuff together by accident, which is really awful. And my backlight fuse came off the board entirely. Ha! Okay, I screwed up terribly here. Let's undo this, because this is really dumb. First things first. Wow, everything actually moved around here. Everything shifted. Shit. Crap. What'd I do? God damn it. Ah. Blet. Oh, Jesus. Okay, let's move everything back where it's supposed to go. And Sarah is going to be my dating coach. Miss Sarah doesn't get paid enough to be my dating coach. Yeah, it looks like Anel's still going to have a job. Nasera is my dating coach. I don't need this wire. Screw that. This is overly complicating things. Screw these two capacitors. Overly complicating things. Okay. So the pad I'm going to want to go to is a pad that is not there. Great. Actually, I'm probably going to have to run wires for each of these current sensing lines because both of those pads are not there, meaning I'm likely getting nothing from the other side of the board. Alright, so we're going to run wires for both. This is where PP Best G3 Hot used to be on the board, except now there's a hole there. Okay. Wires. Now I have to run a wire from there to the other side of the board. This is a MacBook, Richard Pearson. This is a MacBook motherboard. So we're leaning towards me being told to go F myself, are we not? Alright, I will go for it. If I become a hashtag, though, Nasera is going to be liable. I did ask. Alright, so the jumpers that I'm putting here, these are the jumpers I was putting off the entire time. Okay, and now another wire.
They're actually not that bad.
How can I help you?
Luz, are you gonna get the Apple credit card?
No.
Come on, make an announcement.
No.
Do it.
I am not getting an Apple credit card if it was the last credit card on Earth. No, that's an Apple credit card.
No, it's here.
Oh.
You're not a But yeah, get the Apple credit card.
No.
Oh, come on. All right, what is it required for you to get one?
Apple infringes Qualcomm patent. Judge recommends ban on some iPhones. Yeah, I was reading about that.
Oh yeah.
I've been following that closely, but it's one of those things where is it actually going to happen, or is it just going to be held up in court for years and years?
Yeah. What did I tell you about Tim Cook and Trump?
Tim Apple.
No, I told you Tim Cook does something with Trump.
But who's taking it and who's giving it?
Put in August status because yours is in.
Okay. I made a deal with Anel that if he wins, he gets. If this board doesn't work, he gets $50. But if it does work, he's fired. Is that fair?
Ow.
Also, do you have an A1708 assembly I can test this with?
Sure.
Because I really want this thing to work.
Wait, he took that for $50? I mean.
Well, I mean, he didn't really have a choice, but he made the $50 term. But
What? Oh, what a dummy.
but that's the thing. Like, I really do you have an A1708 assembly that works? Because if I lose my chance to fire Anel over this, I'll be very mad.
You've lost one already. So.
Yeah, we lost the last one already. All right, so at this point, I'm gonna up the air of the hot air station and lower the temperature so that I can just clean up the flux and see what my area looks like. Because at this point, I think that I've got my bases covered. I'm not going to do that, Filthy Rich. I'm going to be taking the advice of Nasera, my dating coach. I think that's just about everything. There's a piece of solder over there. We got to get rid of that. Okay, the wires for for backlight current sensing are soldered in place. Voltage divider for backlight SD is soldered in place. Go for it.
He's worried that he's going to get a ticket.
The light is kind of not mounted on. Oh, and the speed thing doesn't work.
Oh, yeah?
Like, no, like the thing where you can adjust it, like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's always at top.
Okay. Here's a good question. Do you think they're going to pull him over because he's Asian as opposed to you?
No, they're gonna think he's a Grubhub driver,
But yeah, that's what I'm
and then you're gonna pull him over. If he gets pulled over, then that's racist, because that means they're just assuming you deliver food. Get the. Oh crap! I almost forgot the corrosion by this chip. I should just touch. This was turning on a while ago. I think it was. So I'm just gonna touch that up mildly. Nothing crazy over here. I usually give it at least a $15 tip anytime I use one of those services where they bring stuff to your apartment.
They pay them shit. Like Postmates, they pay shit.
Yeah, I know. That's why I do it, because I know they're getting garbage.
The other day I ordered to my building, I gave the guy like $15 on an $8 order. I want to figure out how to do so.
On the left is the thingy with the button.
Watch the throttle.
Oh, wait, you have to turn the battery on first. So the battery has a little thing sticking out of it. Yeah, there you go. You turn that. And one of these switches is for the lights, the other is for the cell phone charger. You should GoPro your trip, actually. Yeah, let's see.
Do you really want to go for his trip, man?
Okay. Go.
You're mic'd up?
All right.
Alright.
I can't wait to see.
Cutoffs?
What?
Are the brake cutoffs?
Oh, there's no brake cutoff because they're hydraulic brakes.
Oh,
And
you said you can't.
yeah, so just
Alright. I'm gonna...
tell.
Okay.
Jason's taking my bike for a spin. I hope he doesn't die. I hope they don't arrest him for being Asian and riding a motorized bicycle. Yeah, I'll upload it if he doesn't die.
You should just throw your phone in there and just start streaming.
Getting paid tech support from Lewis. Could you please check my question from the chat? I'm not doing well unless it's solved. Oh, crap. Okay, what is your question? Also, can somebody read... What was your question from chat? Because now I have to scroll. Can somebody read me the question? Because I can't scroll while I am holding this and resoldering chip. Somebody gave me 100 rubes.
Is that like Zimbabwe dollar?
Let's see. ThinkPads, is he going to die? I don't see it. Crap, I got to scroll. Scrolling. This has got to be really far up. Scrolling. You didn't put your question in the message. Okay, somebody's got to help me here. Somebody find me his question, please. I want to answer his question. Very much so.
Kevin, find the question.
Somebody gave me 100 rubles, but he didn't. He asked if I could answer his question that he asked before, rather than putting the question in the message. So I scrolled up, but I can't find it because I have the combined chat thing where it's like Twitch, Vimeo, YouTube, all in the same thing. Somebody find Nitrocaster's question, please. I'd like to answer him. I feel guilty. Yes. Steve says hey, by the way, for your Lenovo mod. I want to answer, but I can't find it. Vimeo allows you to stream if you pay them a lot of money, which I did. It's $900-something a year, Jokerbo. But Rob, I read that was your message, but I need to. That was the message, but what question is he talking about? That's what I'm asking for. Hey. Could you give me advice on how to set up email from Magento Store? My mail server does not allow sending too many emails. Okay, I haven't had that problem. What I just use whatever the hell came with my Nexus hosting, and it hasn't given me any issue. I just send an email when they order the product, and I turned off emails for shipping because I use ShipRush for shipping. So ShipRush is going to send them an email when it ships, so I don't have to have a double email. So I really only send people an email when they register for the site, and then I also send people an email when they order something. And so far, I haven't had the issue with too many emails. Again, well, here's the thing. Once I'm at a point where I actually have so many emails that my web host will not allow me to send them because I have so many, that's going to mean that I'm making so much money off of orders that I can afford to pay somebody to figure that out. So yeah, I'm just using whatever the hell Nexus allows. They're a very noob-friendly host. They're expensive, but they're noob-friendly. And I'm a noob, so a big noob, so I use that. Every time I touch something in Magento, I screw it up. But yeah, I haven't had that issue, and I don't think you're going to have that issue either. If you do, that again, if you have the issue where you're sending so many emails and you're so ballin', then that means that you probably are making enough money that you can afford to give somebody a lot more than 100 rubles. Steve, do you have a display assembly for me? Yeah. Okay, we're going to see if Anel's fired. Come on. I'm going to clean off the desk. I want to see... Boy, I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
Actually,
Yeah.
give me like $10. I mean, how much was it? $88.95.
Here.
Yep, that was weird.
How was the ride, Jason?
I was insane.
What gears did you try?
I think I took it all the way to the end almost.
It's fun.
Yeah. Especially going around corners. Yeah.
Yeah, because that is able to actually do 60 amps.
I looked down, I saw no speed, but I saw like 1500 amps.
Well, that's by half because I modded it, so it's only showing you half of what you're actually using.
Jeez, it's even worse.
Yeah, because I never. So if it says 1500 watts, that's 3000.
The
But
brakes almost don't even keep up with it. It's crazy.
well, the front brakes are good. The rear brakes I have not replaced in 6 months or so.
Yeah.
I should. I have a set here, but
That's awesome.
all right, Nasera, I went for it. Let's see how this turns out. Oh, okay. See you later. Thanks for coming, Jason. Steve, assembly? I can't fire an L until you give me a test assembly. A1708? A1708 test assembly? Okay. All right. The firing is occurring. The firing. The firing. What the other two do? Okay. Okay, I forget how the screen actually plugs in. Shit. Let's see. Hi, Lewis. I hope you're doing well. Thank you, Ben. Disappointing she put cherry over grape, but no one's perfect. I could forgive that, Nasira. We'll see. Okay, let's see if this has a light.
Possibly.
All right. Nasira, I went for it. All right. Well, let's see how this goes. Okay. And you're not even turning on. What the fuck? Damn it. We can't. No, a no can't be right. Screw that. There's no way in hell that that's going to happen. All right, so you're 20 volts, and you're not giving me anything with 0 amps. I never set a time limit on this, did I? Sarah, I have a feeling this is going to end very poorly. But we will... both the board and this. Okay. So what is PP Bus G3 hot on this board? PP Bus? Where is PP Bus? PP Bus is 0.7 volts. See, that's not encouraging. That's not very nice. Is PP Bus G3 hot shorted to ground? Let's see. PP Bus has a 7 ohm short to ground. Lovely. Okay, so why does PP Bus have a 7 ohm short to ground? Let's see. Let's see if backlight has a short to ground. Okay. Backlight is not shorted. So what could our PP Bus short be? Maybe it's the wire that came up off of the... Well, it can't be our backlight wire, since that thing actually came up off the board. Okay. Let us see. Now I'm going to guess that our short circuit is somewhere in this part of the board that has a big hole in it. Like where you can see right through it. Because this is where PP Bus G3 hot is supposed to turn into the backlight around the backlight fuse. But as you can see, the board has an actual hole in it. So I can try to scratch this away and flay this part of the board, but as much as I try and flay and dig this out, I'm likely not going to get where I need to go. Okay. I have. Okay. Okay. Still shorted. Let's inject some voltage, shall we? We have some voltage to inject here. Yoink.
Yeah.
We get a black wire. Where's my other wire? We have a bet to win here. We have a bet to win. Let's see, I missed another one while I was soldering. Damn it. Going through a hard time, your work has been inspiration. Thank you. I wish you the best of luck with that, Joey. Okay. Okay, so we move this. Solder you there to the PP bus. Okay. And we're going to inject a little bit of voltage in there. And by a little bit of voltage, they're gonna blow this up. Let's see. What gets warm? By the way, no luck, Nasera. I got an immediate response to, hey, this is Lewis. And then bye-bye right after my proposition. Womp womp. Such is life. Okay, but I'm gonna grab the thermal camera so that I can unplug Mikey's phone so I can plug that thing in and see where the short circuit on this board is. Because at the very least, if I don't get the date, I get the firing out. Hell, I might just do it even if I lose the bet. There's a short in the board, and I have to find it. I'm gonna fix this board if it kills me. Especially since that lady didn't want to go on a date. Now I'm in a mood, a firing and out mood. I'm gonna work on, yeah, of course. I'm gonna work on this board for the next like 72 hours if I have to. I'm gonna work on this board for the next 72 hours if I have to, if it means I get to fire him. Because that'll make me feel better at least. Alright. Yoink. No, no food. I have to fix this board so I can fire it now. Okay. That's good. Next, we move this over to the desk. Thermal Pepe. Ethernet from Mikey's phone for the Thermal Pepe. Okay, plug in the Thermal Pepe. Thermal Pepe is plugged in. Now we open up the Thermal Pepe software. Where's Thermal Pepe software? I think that's Thermal Pepe software. No, it's power supply software. Where's Thermal Pepe software? Here we go. Thermal Pepe software. Yeah, such is life, Nasera. Doesn't work when you have the face of a JTAG connector. 225 knew it was up. Okay, let's see if the software is up yet. Here we go. Thermal cam software is up. Alright, so it seems like it's something over here. Or is it? That's only like 3 Celsius above the rest of the board. It's probably on this side. And wow, what do you know? The short is emanating from the part of the board that has a hole in it. Imagine that. Yeah, this sucks. This is a crappy day. Crappy day. Smoke more, little board. Smoke more. Who's that? Who is that? Kevin, I'm gonna throw something at you. Who's that? Kevin. Kevin. Kevin's useless sometimes. Oh, okay. I thought it was something else. Okay. So we have bubbling. Can you see the bubbling? Mikey, do you have an X-Acto knife?
I gave you one.
Where?
First one that I gave you.
That was you gave me Paul's, I believe. And then Paul took it back. Is that an X-Acto knife?
That's an example knife.
Oh wow.
It's not like the one that Mark was using.
I can't give up on that bet now, unfortunately, people. Not gonna win the girl, I'm at least gonna beat an L. Okay, so we're gonna dig. Let's dig for this short, baby. Damn, that's almost a centimeter deep in there. Damn, this is awful. Okay. That's it. No, we're gonna keep digging. I don't accept it. Let's see if it's still shorted. Okay, let's see if we're still shorted to ground. Alright, you know what? We got a new plan of attack here. We're still shorted to ground on PP Best G3 Hot, which would allow an L to win the bet. But that's not going to happen. What I'm actually going to do at this point is I'm going to figure out everything that is on PP Bus G3 Hot, and I am going to run wires to it outside of the board, just so that he doesn't win this effing bet. And I'm going to have time to do that, because I got no date. So the joy of being single and a loser is that I get to sit here all day until I make this work, just so I can fire somebody. So what we're going to do over here is we're going to look on the board view software and find out where PP Bus G3 Hot is going to. And then I'm going to disconnect the connection between the circuit that creates PP Bus G3 Hot and PP Bus G3 Hot. So check it out. If we go to this fuse over here, F7000, so this is the circuit that's going to create PP Bus G3 Hot. So what we're going to do is get rid of this fuse and then run a manual wire between this and everything else that PP Bus G3 Hot goes to. That's going to be how we're going to fix this. Okay, so first things first, let's see every place that PP Bus G3 Hot goes to. So it's going to go to this resistor, where PP Bus G3 Hot is going to turn into PP Bus G3 Hot underscore CPU, and then it's going to go over here, where that's going to turn into power for the trackpad. So let's check out each of these resistors. So one of those resistors doesn't appear to actually exist. That resistor does exist. You know what? We're going to do this. We're going to breadboard this entire thing. So let's see. It goes to another resistor over here for PP Bus G3 Hot current sensing. It goes to about 5 capacitors over here. Those 4 or 5 capacitors are going to get turned around. It goes to this resistor. We can easily just turn that resistor around. That's cool. It goes to that resistor. We could turn that around. Okay, it goes to a BGA chipset. So this person's not going to have speaker. That's fine. I want to win this fucking bet. It goes to that capacitor, and it goes to R6905 for the PP3v3 underscore G3 hot circuit. It's going to go to this area, which I don't even think is important because those resistors aren't on the board. Yeah, fuck it. We're going to do this. We're going to do this. We're going to be a loser. Then at the very least, we're going to be a loser with a fixed board. So let's make this work. Everything that touches the PP bus trace has to be lifted off the board. Exactly. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to turn every single one of these controllers around. I'm going to turn every single one of those around and then run my own wiring on the board. I've done this already. This is not something that is, this is not a new concept to me. Okay. Okay. So. What the fuck, Mikey? Let's see, where is my... That's okay, you didn't hit me in the eye. So where is my X-Acto? I just put that thing down. Here we go. This is the X-Acto, so we are going to see if I can peel this PP Bus G3 hot trace off of the motherboard. Last Zerg has the right idea. If you have no life, you can always spend your entire day fucking with the board. It's exactly what I intend to do. That's how I got into this profession to begin with. It's amazing the freedom that being a loser allows you. So, we are going to dig. Let's see, because typically you can pick up the trace. At least on the older boards, you can just pick up the trace and then just kind of tear it off. But these boards seem to have more robust traces, so that's going to be far more difficult here. Alright, so we we are going to do this. Here we go. Let's slice this thing off. Let's slice this PP Bus G3 hot trace right off of the board. So we are gonna go right under this and pull up. Okay. There we go. We're just gonna rip this section off of the PCB. Who needs this section of the PCB? No, that's not gonna work. Just connect a beeping ohm meter, then dig around until the short in the beeping is gone. No. Been there, done that. That hole's too deep. Okay, let's see. Can I tweeze that up? No, I still need to use the knife to kind of scrape it out of there. But there we go. Bam. Okay, let's... Come on. Come on. Go, go, go! Go! Okay. There we go. It's like flaying. It's like season 4 of Game of Thrones. There we go. Much better. I'm a lord of House Bolton. Yes. Lord Dry Rot assumes too much of me. Now, PP Bus is shorted to ground, right? So if this is not shorted to ground, that means that I cut properly. Because that's supposed to be PP Bus. And that was cut properly. Also, this is supposed to be PP Bus and it's not, which means that this was cut properly. Yep. Properly cut. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I can smell that job just fading away. Okay, now we're going to cut out some of this. So this is going to be PP Bus. Going to here. Now let's just confirm that that section is not shorted to ground now, shall we? Remember, PP bus G3 hot is going to this resistor. PP bus G3 hot is shorted to ground. Okay, so this is still touching PP bus. This section is still shorted. Interesting. Alright, so we have to cut a little bit more here. By a little bit more, I mean a lot more. That's actually going to be quite a bit of cutting. We can't let an L win this. That's not right. We just can't let an L win this. It just wouldn't be... We can't. No way in hell. Okay, so... Let's just scrape this all out. Scrape it all out. Okay. We continue scraping through. Let's do it. Let us go. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Short to ground is still there. Stop the madness, says Dim Sim. No, I will continue this until it is fixed. This helps me feel better about my waste of a life here. So let's continue digging. We're going to dig until there is nothing left to dig. Okay. Zoink. 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 Come on. Jump up. There we go. Alright. Zoink. Now we just are gonna play. There we go. Now I think we've gotten rid of PP bus, unless that stuff under that is actually PP bus as well. Alright, Theon Greyjoy, are you still shorted to ground? What say you, Theon? Oh, you bastard. Okay, you're not shorted. You're not shorted. You're not shorted. But all this crap. You're not shorted. Are you shorted? Are you shorted? Are you shorted? Yes, you are. Fuck. Alright, so what if we put the resistor on this part of the board, but we had the resistor standing up? That's what we're going to do here. We're going to put the resistor on that board standing up, and then it'll be fine. So first thing we're going to do is just fix those two little caps I knocked on the top, and then after that, no big deal. That is a waste, Baron. Okay, we go here. We go down here. Place all this other stuff I knocked off. Yeah, Baron. Maybe. But what is a living? Not worth very much. Not worth very much. If you can't do nothing with it. But what I'm going to do is solder everything on this board lopsided. That's something that's actually productive. As the title says, I have one purpose. I'm going to fulfill that purpose with this board. Okay. So, the current sensing resistor is off the board, and we're going to put this on the board a little lopsided. So we're going to have this thing standing up like this. Check it out. Like this. Oh shit, he just flew away. Okay, well I do provide a home for my cat. I suppose that's what I'm useful for. Suppose I'm not entirely. There is one thing I do that is useful. Okay, so we're going to put this over here. And if the board works again, I'll leave a bigger tip. Okay, now that's a motive right there. Now I have to go for it. You know what I should do is I should put the green stuff over there and then run a wire, because then I would not have to put this lopsided. Mikey, can you do me a very large favor? Can you get me a green pen that works, or batteries for this green pen, and get me a protein shake from the fridge? Yeah, I have the UV paste. I just need the pen for it. Because this board is going to become a lot greener. So I have a pen, I just need batteries, and I need a protein shake from the fridge so that I have the energy to continue working to get it now fired. That'll make me feel a lot better. Okay, so. God bless you, Mikey. I'm dedicated to this. This is going to be a... We are... Okay, next. Get some lentil soup, says Paul Young. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I will get some lentil soup later on. First, let me just clean the area where I'm about to put my green goo. Green stuff. Thank you, Mikey. Boom. My MacBook board goes swoop, swoop. Save me, says Hole in the Board. You're beyond saving, my friend. You are now in... Ah! Shit. That came out way too fast. Damn it. Boo. Oh boy. Oh dear. Oh dear Jesus. Okay, note to self, that sprays out, that shoots out way too fast. This shoots out like it hasn't had a date in a while. Okay, so we're going to put it on the tweezer and then rub the tweezer on the board. Much better. That's a better way to apply it. We're also going to have to be a little bit more efficient with this since this is taking too much time. Okay. Time to get some jumper wire. Oh, I have it right here.
I don't know, Kevin. I'm looking at the blurry big one. Yeah. No, it's incorrect. 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 It's very right at it.
That's for a warning.
You're just not.
I meant like 2000. No.
You staring at Mikey's package?
I am not staring at my.
Stop asking about Mikey's package. Jesus. I put the damn wire on upside down. The electrons are going to go the wrong way. Can't have that. Ah, you come out way too fast. You're telling me, Mal. Note that Nasera has made fun of me for being old over the past year, with 0 apologies, and she offends one person in the chat she doesn't even know, and they get a heartfelt apology. Just something to notice, just something I realized there, is that she, yeah. And she gave me bad advice earlier today as well. I listened to Nasera's advice and now I'm fixing this board. Okay, let's roll with it. Ah, stop getting stuck. She makes fun of me every single day. The abuse. The absolute abuse. For a nation with a small military, they sure pack a harsh punch. I'll tell you that much. A harsh punch, those sweets. I have $3. Sir.
I'll go that.
Yes. He's a nice guy. Give him change. Go give him change. You. What an asshole. He gives our fucking tip jar away to a thief, but he won't give our neighbors change. Sorry. You know he gave our tip jar away yesterday? You practically gave it away. It was stolen, but I think it was an inside job because he walked away right as they did it.
They're outside, man.
It was an inside job.
Yeah, we let him use the phone charger. He was starting his phone. No, everybody turned around. He just took it and nobody saw it. Yeah.
Inside job.
It was quick.
It's a little too quick, Kevin. A little too quick.
What did he tell you?
He'll give the tip jars away to a criminal, but he won't give change to our neighbor. Yeah, let me guess. He didn't know that person yesterday was a thief either. That's probably fine.
Oh, no one's taking the tip jar anymore, that's for sure. You see where it is? Alright?
Yeah, it looks beautiful. I'm reconnecting every single PP Bus G3 hot connection on this board so I can fire an L. Is that too much? I'm reconnecting I'm redoing PP Bus G3 hot outside the board on wires so I can rim my bet with an L and fire him.
You're going above and beyond. You are just firing him like on the spot. I think I'll make it easier for you. So, what is this? Just like that? Just like that. Okay. Does it work?
I'll hope so. Oh. He said you agreed to this storage on his Macbook Repair, and he gave it back.
You went to the Mac support store.
Yeah.
Worse. Okay. Good stuff, good stuff. Okay, we're on our way. So how much other stuff on PP Bus are we going for? SOV sense, we'll get to the sensors later. Okay, so next up is going to be a capacitor over here. That one's easy though. We're just going to turn this capacitor around. Actually, we know what we could do. What if I could just cut this out and make my own trace? Yeah, this entire section over here, I should just cut this out and make my own trace out of it. Johnny Law, I'm going to make this work. Let's see if some basic scraping will do it. Okay, let's see. So we've scraped. Need to hire a security guard to watch over the tip jar. I agree. People are asking if we can have a 4K 60 frame per second live stream every day of the tip jar. Okay, that's shorted to ground still, and this side is shorted to ground still, so that didn't do a damn thing. So I'm going to have to remove these caps and this and put green stuff under there and run my own wire. Steve, people want a 4K 60 stream of the tip jar live 24/7. What do you say? I think they work for the IRS. They want to see. Why are you so interested, man? Yes. I think so. One volt is usually dead.
No?
Yeah, because it can't be that far discharged.
Yeah,
I would,
of course.
like,
If it's that for a while, yeah.
no, I mean, if a lithium battery is dead, let's say it's supposed to be 8 volts, it'll be 7 or 6. If it goes to 1, it'll just explode.
No.
So maybe the controller is doing something funny.
It's either the controller's not giving accurate readings or not.
Yeah,
This is
but
like the third
if you
battery
measure
he
it
said-
on this,
This
that's
is like the third battery he said dead, and it just needs to be charged.
That is
It's an
true.
Apple controller, I mean, well, not Apple, but
yeah, it's a piece of shit. So it's a piece of shit, is what you're saying.
Yours is okay.
Transfer that to this, and I have the other two for
Okay.
tomorrow I'm officially off. I don't know who's coming.
I don't need that tiny one.
Yeah, that I'm not sure. But I'm here Thursday, Friday, and I'm off Saturday too.
Sounds good.
See you later. Enjoy your time off.
Thank you.
Okay, we put this up here.
What did you say it was?
Yeah, die packs in the tip jar. I don't know what that means. Okay, you're gonna stand up. God damn it.
Remember a paper by any chance?
What?
Remember a paper by any chance?
Yes, he worked here and quit right before Christmas. 7 years ago.
Oh, appreciate it. Your Thursday.
Alright, fun as always. And
No. Well, you can myself for quite some time.
I'm not gonna be done with this until like 12 o'clock. Easier said than done, Blaine Reeve. Easier said than done. Damn it. Damn you. Damn. Oh, son of a. Okay. One more. I want to see this dumpster fire get fixed, but I don't want to see an elder's job. Also, why did they steal the charger too? They did not steal the charger. Get some really nice cat food for Clinton. Thank you, Matthias. I really appreciate that. Hashtag keep an L. You are an L, so you are obviously biased. Miss Sarah is definitely losing her job as the dating coach, though. Okay. Next. This is a monorail. Okay, so now we have PP bus going to all those different caps, and we're just going to have to run a wire to touch it to each one. Who cares about that connector? We don't need that connector. That connector is for the speaker, and as I said, the speaker's not going to work on this thing anyway because the speaker does not have any chance of this because PP bus G3 hot isn't a ball under the chip, so we don't need that connector anyway. Okay. Let's see, where else do we have PP bus up here? Alright, there's another PP bus by R5420. R5420 is going to be down here. We build a wall around the PP bus, a wall around the PP bus, a wall around the PP bus, a wall around the PP bus. Okay. A wall around. Okay. Who is that person, Kevin? Thank you. He should not want to be like me one day, because this is what I'm doing with my time. Oh God. BBL. BBL, 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 BBL. BBL, 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 a BBL, a beep, 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 BBL, BBL, BBB, BBL, 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 BBB. Beep 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 beep
What you need?
beep 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 beep
Yeah.
beep 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 BBL, 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 BBL. Kevin.
I have a few questions about it seems to be for stuff to baby. So I'm trying
Kevin!
to I don't have any service.
Okay.
Southwick?
He said that he needed to go to Apple store. Then they fix the spring or something. But I asked him one question. Actually, all the problem seems to after he changed the battery, right? What did you do? Yes. Then it's all easy.
Okay. Now I'm gonna run a wire over there, which means I gotta get another wire. Kevin, you're not Kevining.
Sorry, I was
Kevining. Kevin. Be a Kevin.
You need help, Kevin?
They're staring at me.
You need help?
I'm gonna get this board if it kills me.
Kind of in the same place. So,
I'm removing everything on PP Bus G3 Hot and running my own monorail around the board for the line.
your own monorail?
Yeah, like the California thing. It's gonna go vroom vroom.
I'm just gonna start knocking. I mean, I am technically gonna set this aside for an hour. And
Double A's?
Huh?
That's the board that's gonna get 2 double A's?
Because it turns on, and it turns on beautifully. Pulls like 0.7 of an amp, and you know, does all that thinking up and down stuff. That's great, but the thing will bother me.
taking your photos, right?
Get the fuck away from me, Kevin. Unless it's Ruby Lewis walking in, I don't want to fucking take a photo with anybody.
Check this. The thing what bothers me is that when I inject it, it works. When I separate it, the generation side gets 3.3. But I put the fucking resistor there, it's 2.2, and that's it. And
That's-
even if I put a wire, because it's a zero ohm resistor, if I connect those two sides, either something's sagging or this cannot provide current.
Did you really just run to the back?
What?
Did you really just run to the back?
No, I have to get a wire.
Oh, okay.
Kevin asked if I wanted to take a picture, and I said, unless it's Ruby Lewis, get the fuck out of my store. I don't want to fucking take a picture with anybody. Okay, so we have a wire. Okay, we're going to shave a little bit off of this wire.
I knew the answer. But Steve said to ask you, know.
Get the fuck away from me.
I was always positive Steve was trolling.
If Ruby Lewis wants to come in and says, I'd love to take a picture with Lewis, maybe. Tori Amos comes in and says, I'd like to take a picture with Lewis, yes. If some random fuckface walks in and wants to take a picture, get the fuck away from me. That's... no. Probably not even for Ruby Lewis. But maybe for Ruby Lewis. Who am I kidding? Definitely for Ruby Lewis. I'd fix a 2011 GPU for Ruby Lewis. I'd go to China and source the GPU myself. And I provide a warranty on it of 3 years. But that's not healthy. Erotomania is not healthy. God damn it. Get in there, wire. I don't want to take photos with random people because they use it against you later on, like, look at the neo-Nazi he took a photo with. That makes him a neo... Like, I don't know who the fuck these people are. I don't want to take pictures with them. Get my reputation destroyed 5 years from now because I took a picture with some dude that wound up being a pedophile. I mean, I'll risk it for Ruby Lewis, but not for the rest of you mofos. Oh, God damn it. Where the hell did you go? Okay, that resistor is gone. Try again. Bed is an excellent reason, Stan R.A. And he called my cat ugly. A disgusting creature. Alright. Precisely. XX Drain understands the way it's perceived in the news and on social media. If you're seen taking a picture with somebody, even if it was 15 years ago, and they did something bad, God help your soul. You are an unperson now. No thanks. No. Not doing it. Not doing it. I ain't that stupid. Okay. All right. Yes, they do, Nasara, and it never stops being creepy. Never stops being creepy. And I don't stop saying no. See, in a convention? This is my goddamn workplace. Okay. You want a picture of me, go Google image search. Photoshop yourself next to me or something. I don't effing know you. I'd take a picture with Paul Daniels. Maybe a picture with Jessa. Might even take a picture with Hi Hi. But like... Okay. I believe top side of the board is almost done besides DC in and a diode. So there's a diode over here for a PP bus. PP bus. PP bus. But that doesn't seem to be a circuit that exists on the board, so we don't have to worry about that. Okay, so next up, we're going to run a monorail over here. PP bus. PP bus. I don't drink, someone bloody random, but I appreciate the thought. I don't know what STG is, my high. All I know is there's a dude named Rico that stole all of Jess's advertising, essentially copied and pasted it. And then when she asked, hey, why are you like copying and pasting my ad and the name of my course and the banner for it, that his response was to block her on Facebook like the bitch that he is. That's all I know. I don't know the name of the course or anything like that. Okay, monorail. Choo-choo. Those are old videos, Mal McKee. One can always quit. Habits are not permanent. What is it that Project Pat said? Let's roll the boys. Let's run a train. We're gonna run a train right through here with a pee-pee bus, the pee-pee car. The PP Road. Let's call the boys. Let's run a train. Let's call the boys. Let's run a train. A choo-choo train, said Project Pat. Project Pat ran a choo-choo train. Project Pat ran a special type of choo-choo train. All right, the monorail. Well, I need to flip all the components, because everything on one of the rails of the board is shorted to ground, so I'm making my own rail, the Rossmann monorail, the Rossmann PP rail, around the board. And the Rossmann PP rail is gonna go all around the board. It's called the Rossmann PP rail. Okay, so the top of the board seems to have its proper PP rail. Next, we are going to check the other side of the board. How much stuff do we have to do? I did this, I did that. Other side of the board. Okay, we have a current sense resistor down here. That's PP bus G3 hot for speaker or trackpad or some crap. What else is there? We have the backlight fuse. I'll run that. Like a train. What else is there? What else has to be ran like a train on this? R6905, of course, so it'll run off of the battery. My monorail will never bend, my friend. This is speaker circuit crap, so I'll leave the speaker circuit crap for later. But PP Bus G3 Hot is definitely going to have to go into PP Bus PMIC. So that's the first thing I'm going to go for here. So let's find PMIC. PP Bus. PP Bus. R7835. Is a 0 ohm resistor. So I can likely just run PP Bus there. Who has faith in the PP rail? Shay, we ran a train on Tanya. We ran a train. Oh God, I did it again there. And I ripped the side off of the resistor. Grr. Alright, let me get rid of my short. Sure, wait, those two are both ground, so I don't even think I shorted anything important. But still. Yeah, those are all supposed to be ground, so it's cool. You ran a train on Shay. We ran a We ran Next, I need to get another wire. I'm starting to run out of wire. Pee-pee monorail. Monorail of pee-pee. A pee-pee monorail is a monorail made of pee-pee that pee-pee travels on. Pee-pee, 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 pee-pee. Pepper, 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 pepper. Pepper bus, pee-pee bus. Pepper bus, pee-pee bus. Pepper, pepper, pepper bus. Pee-pee, pee-pee bus. Pepper, pepper, pee-pee bus. Pee-pee, pee-pee, pepper bus. Pee-pee, pepper, piper bus. Pepper, pepper, pepper bus. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled pee-pee buses. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled pee-pee buses, but pee-pee bus was shorted to ground. Wait a second, how is this possible? Shorted to ground? No effing way. Bruh. Which wire is it? Is it you, you fuck? Oh, hell no. Okay, which one did I add that did this? Fuck you. Fucking American. You're going to die of cancer, I promise. Fuck you. Fucking American. You're going to die of cancer, I promise. No, really, what the hell could possibly be shorting it now? Fuck you. Fucking American. You're going to die of cancer, I promise. Fuck you. Fucking American. You're going to die of cancer, I promise. Trackpad wire? Which one is it? Fuck you. Fucking American. Okay, it's not this. Is it this? It's not the trackpad wire. Fuck you. Fucking American. You know, 1 in 3 Americans die of cancer. You know, you're probably going to get sick. Fuck you. Fucking American. Now, this. You're going to die of cancer, I promise. Fuck you. Fucking American. Okay, it's this one. Fuck you. Fucking American. You're going to die of cancer, I promise. Hi, you were supposed to watch the door, man. What the fuck? Hi, where were you yesterday? Well, what's wrong with... Hi, why is my board still dead?
Have you tried turning it off and back on?
Have you been watching this for the past 3 or 4 hours? I am not sure. Okay. Fuck you. Fucking American. I hope you die of a cancer. Fuck you. Fucking MacBook. I hope you die of a cancer. I promise. You're going to die of cancer. Okay, so it's something on this part of the monorail. Is it you? No. You? No. You? No. Nothing. So is this just not soldered properly? Fuck you. Fucking American. You're gonna die of cancer, I promise. That song is very catchy. It's how I feel about this board at this moment. Do you like Tool, Kevin? Do you like the band Tool? Fuck you. Fucking American. You're going to die of cancer, I promise. Thielen, I think that Europe, for the most part, is a joke, and that thought has not changed. So I have nothing to say about Article 11, 12, or 13, since it reinforces an opinion that I've already had for a very long time. I am glad that I do not live in the EU. I have no nostalgia to visit the EU. I'm sure nobody in the EU misses me or cares that I'm not visiting the EU. So I think it is a non-issue. Fuck you. Fucking European. You're going to die of memes, I promise. Actually, you are not, because we do not allow memes in the EU. Fuck you. Fucking regulator. You're going to die of cancer, I promise. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with the EU. It's a very pro-business environment. Taxes are great. And there's nothing wrong with freedom of speech in the EU. It's absolutely nothing at all. It's a great place. He works here now. Hi. Be a hi. Have you met Hi? Mr. Union Man?
Yo, listen, alright. Tiptoe's never gonna get past me. Yeah. Surprised to be low, but I'm surprised we're up to date on that. Alright.
Was it beeping 3 times? 3 times? Okay, should be easy. Just be the go to eBay.
What? Well, I appreciate that customer is looking after the tip jar. Which customer is it? Damn it. I need to put the sun right.
For the one you gave me, I can only give you 100.
Fuck you. Fucking American.
I don't know what works, I don't know what doesn't. I shouldn't even give you 100.
I do agree, Mozzie, you have bigger problems than memes, like freedom of speech and the ability for internet content creators to do business in your country. And to not be brought back to the Stone Age by old, out-of-touch regulators. You have many issues besides memes.
Oh, never mind. We suffer. Yeah.
Fuck you. Fucking American. I hope you die of a cancer, I promise. Fuck you. Fucking American. You gonna die of cancer, I promise. I promised Mark I'd pay him today, and I actually have to go to the bank soon, because if I don't, he is going to be leaving having worked here for free. Which I would prefer. Definitely would prefer. Marx does not seem to like that plan, though. Fuck you. Fucking American. Oh shit. Okay. The next is going to be a backlight wire. Now obviously this thing going to PP Bus G3 Hot can get thrown away since there is no PP Bus G3 Hot on this board. There is only PP Monorail. So from the monorail up here, Fuck you. Fucking American. Hi, do you want to see if this thing at least gives me 20 volts before I leave? Alright, let's see what we... I mean, not 20 volts, but if it like takes enough amp usage to be turning on. This board... This is my monorail. Let's see, do we get anything here? Because I know there's some places for PP bus by the speaker. Shit. I think I am coded in flux in the USB-C port. Alright, 5 volts, 20 volts, 40 amps, 0. Yeah, 0 amp draw. Okay, what's the PP bus? Is PP bus 13? We've at least got a place to start from. Oh, wait a sec. No, never mind. PP3 is good. Point 3. I give up. Rage quit.